This video production is brought to you by Pack and Away Mobile Storage. We bring the storage unit to your door, pack it at your place, and store it at ours. Pack and Away Storage is a division of Highway Number 1 Self-Storage. We are proud supporters of the Number 2 NLSA Sprint Car and Number 20X Modified.
Minnesota area is Stefan Snare. He drives the Sportsman's Lodge number 71. Inside row number 2. Driving the freehearingtest.ca Lucas Oil McPhillips Toyota 2M. This is a rocket chassis driven by Bill Mooney. Outside row number 2 in the 4th starting position, the Forks Finest Auto Body and Car Wash 11 out of Grand Forks is Troy Schill. Inside row 3, Rick Fawcett and Rick Lowy driving the 7W. Stefan Snare to the early lead on the high side of turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Troy Schill in the Victory Circle chassis. Schill into the 3rd spot. Balkan drops to 4th. The Sportsman's Lodge Todd's Electric 71 is your leader with 1 lap down. Oh boy, troubles in turn number 1 and 2. Stefan Snare around in 1 and 2. That brings out a yellow flag. Yellow flag is on the Speedway. Well, we want to remind you to head behind the announcer's tower to check out the historical display. Bill Mooney's freehearingtest.ca, McPhillips Toyota, carfind.ca 2M with some obvious body damage on the right side. Rick Lowy in the 7W collected over there. Of course, he's teaming up with Ricky Weiss in the 2013 season. So that is Rick Lowy aboard the Avonlea Hooters 7W. Stopped in turn number 1 and 2. So we will go back to our last completed lap of racing, of course, and line the cars up accordingly to how they were on the last green flag lap. Well, of course, we did get a little bit of a shortage on our 40th anniversary programs here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and we do apologize for that. However, you can log on tomorrow to redrivercoopspeedway.ca, and there you will be able to download a PDF of the program and print it out at home. Well, looking over the late model points here in 2013, your points leader right now is Mike Balkan driving the Silmac Emery Demolition number 10. He has 246 total points for the year. In the 2nd spot, Paul Veert in the 88 car, just 3 points back at 243. Stefan Snare, the guy that was just leading this race, 3rd in points at 241, so just 5 back of leader Mike Balkan. 4th spot, the 92C, Cord Allard and Bill Mooney in the freehearingtest.ca Lucas Oil 2M, currently 5th in points, 38 back at 208 points. And you can see that 5th place points runner right now on the front straightaway. Sponsored by freehearingtest.ca and McPhillips Toyota. It looks like he'll be able to continue. Good looking Forks Finest Auto Body. Area Community Credit Union 11 out of Grand Forks. That is Troy Schill, a longtime racing veteran. That is a Victory Circle, the same type of chassis used by Mike Balkan in the 10. Mike Balkan picked up a feature win last week in Williston, North Dakota, in the North Star Silmac Emery Demolition Associated Auto Auction number 10. So 9 laps showing on the Pepsi board. Bill Mooney will be your leader at the restart. In the freehearingtest.ca, McPhillips Toyota Lucas Oil 2M, trying to keep those tires warm underneath that 2M car. We are 1 to green. Row 2 will be made up by a pair of cars, number 10 and 11, Troy Schill out of Grand Forks in the 11, Mike Balkan out of Winnipeg in the 10 car. A pair of Victory Circle chassis on row number 2. Those chassis built in California. Victory Circle was a big asphalt building company for many years. Of course, they built a lot of great asphalt cars, but never got into dirt until a few years ago, and now they have taken the dirt track racing world by storm in the late model and even the modified division. Ward Emery running a Victory Circle modified. Here we go. Great racing action into turn number 1 and 2. Troy Schill tries the bottom side, and Mike Balkan goes around. Vulcan has been fighting the 10 car here in heat number 1 of the late model division. Almost spun it on lap 1 in turn 3 and 4 and having trouble over in 1 and 2 now. Very, very rare sight for the driver celebrating his 30th season of racing. He has multi-time track champions and has done a great job in the number 10 car. Yellow flag is out. Well, of course, back in 1988 here at the Speedway, the Enduro class was introduced, and Winnipeg Speedway was sold to a group from Carman, Manitoba. But that didn't last long. In 1989, just 1 year later, Pete Vernos took back track ownership. And he had it for 5 more years after that, until 1994. In fact, October 21st, 1994, Larry Nebel purchases Winnipeg Speedway. And of course, April 29th, 1995, this place became Victory Lane Speedway. And that is when WISSOTA sanctioning was introduced and sprint cars returned to the lineup. All right, Bill Mooney out front of this Delaware-style restart. The 11 of Troy Schill beside Rick Lowy in row 2, and we are racing once again in the late model division. Mooney gets through turn 1 and 2 very well in the freehearingtest.ca 2M. Good race going on between the 71 and the 7 in turn 3. 71 is Snare, the 7W, Rick Lowy. Seven laps to go. The Lucas Oil 2M flying through turn 3 and 4. You can see those cars sliding up in the turns just a little bit. The Forks finest auto body 11 car out of Grand Forks giving chase to the 2 and getting closer now. Mike Balkin trying to catch up to the 71 of Stefan Snare out of Minnesota. Yellow flag is out. Rick Fawcett in the 71 spun in turn 1 and 2. All right, so that will bring out yet another yellow flag here in the late model division. We, of course, still have a second late model heat to come. 5 cars will be in that one for 10 laps. While we were talking about previous ownership, of course, Larry Nebel purchasing the Speedway on October 21st, 1994. Well, that lasted almost 10 years, and then Derek Weiss purchases Victory Lane Speedway in 2003. And over those years, of course, lots of improvements to this facility, as you can see right now. We had grandstands replaced, lighting improved, concrete wall against the front straightaway was installed. The pits were moved from the center of the track to the west side. New lap counter and a scoreboard system were installed, and a new sound system. And in 2006, the way we know the Speedway today, Red River Co-op Speedway officially opened. That was in 2006, 7 years ago. Green flag is out. We're racing late models. We've got troubles at the back of the pack. Rick Lowy in the Hooters Avonlea 7W stopped at the bottom of turn 4, and yellow flag is out. Well, the late models having a bit of a tough time getting going here tonight in heat number 1. Well, we were talking earlier about Derek Weiss purchasing Victory Lane Speedway in 2003. Well, Red River Co-op Speedway officially opens in 2006 as Red River Co-op Gas Bars buys the naming rights. And in 2009, this speedway was purchased by its current owner, and that is Walt Morris. So Walt Morris of Winnipeg Dodge, Winnipeg Collision Center, the current owner now of Red River Co-op Speedway, and he purchased facility back in 2009. All right, orange cone back on the front straightaway. No Delaware style start. We are going single file style here. 4 down, 6 to go. Here we go. Well, the rocket chassis rockets away from the field. Bill Mooney doing a nice job so far here. About half the heat race done now. 5 down, 5 to go. Stefan Snare takes a stab at the 11 while the 11 takes a stab at the 2. But Bill Mooney is getting great traction each and every lap off of turn 2. Snare off the pace now. 4 to go. Mike Balkin moving up in the field now, challenging Troy Schill. A pair of Victory Circle chassis doing battle. Balkin on the inside of Schill. Nice looking pass. The Silmac Emery Demolition North Star 10 in the second spot. And is now finding his groove. Mike Balkin now on the tail of Bill Mooney. A rocket chassis leading. Victory Circle second and third. But Balkin has a stiff assignment in front of him if he hopes to pass a charging Bill Mooney. And here he comes. White flag is out. Balkin makes the pass. Mooney charging right back at the 10 car, but gets sideways. Balkin having trouble earlier in the race, but has really found the handle. Mike Balkin in the 10 car. How about this? He's going to win it. Mike Balkin, your winner. Second spot, Bill Mooney. Third to the 11 of Troy Schill. Fourth, the Sportsman's Lodge 71. That is Stefan Snare. Fifth, the Hooters Heavenly 7W is Ricky Weiss, or rather, Rick Lowy. Rick Lowy and Ricky Weiss, teammates in 2013.
Do you know that if we normally you get one yellow flag in each heat race? Tonight, for whatever reason, they got 2. But had they done what they normally do, there'd only been 2 cars finish that race. 2 and
right
11. On. But luckily enough for Mike, he got 6 cracks with restarts and all the rest, and Mike did a nice job of passing Bill coming out of turn 4 for that. But boy, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
All right, well, Assiniboia Downs for exciting live horse racing, VLT gaming, and amazing dining. Do the Downs. Now, we have Kurt Contois with us, announcer at Assiniboia Downs, who should know a little bit about horsepower, I would imagine. Kurt?
No doubt about it, Darren. A little bit of horsepower. They're on the track every single day in the morning, and of course 3 days a week, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. But not quite the horsepower we have is put on the track today. Today I'm breaking my maiden, meaning this is my first time at the track, and wow, this is a blast. And the best thing about it, I won't be able to hear much when I go home and the girlfriend screams at me. Looks like they're going to be lining up on the inside, the 88. Does pole position mean everything in this? It didn't in last race with the 10 coming from way out of it. The green flag is out, and it's the outside 88 getting the lead. Paul Vare to the inside. We have the 71D Dustin Strand making a move in third. On the inside, that's looks like Brad Singh. But the 38 car the 88 car is in the lead. Paul Vare rather easily. Dustin Strand still in second. They're kind of single file here. Back in third. Brad Sang fourth is going to be Walt Morris. And Cordillard, he's going to see them all right now with 8 laps to go. They hit turn 1 and 2, and Paul Vare is making this look real easy right now. Not a lot of pressure on him. And just as I say that, creeping on by And close is Dustin Strand. Back in third, Brad Sang. Walt Morris in fourth. And Courtillard, his car looks a little loose on the back end, like a couple of horses I seen last week. But big pressure now on the inside, still Paul Vare, but Dustin Strand has reeled him in and is almost on his bumper. Also running well, Brad Singh, and it looks like it's gonna be these three with the sixth lap, and a nice move there. Dustin Strand now takes the lead. All three of these cars pushing a lot of horsepower with only 5 laps to go. Dustin Strand, now he has about a 4-car advantage over Paul Vare. Still sitting there, Brad Sang, and then a big gap back. Walt Morris, and then Courtillard still trying to get it going. But the 71 car of Dustin Strand is looking better and better with only 4 laps to go. Now moving into second. Brad Sang's going to try and reel him in, falling back to third. Paul Vare, and making up a little ground is Walt Morris. But pedal to the metal with 3 to go, and opening up on the field, that is Dustin Strand in second. Still making the move, Brad Sang. And Paul Vare, who was the early leader, now is just trying to keep up to these 2 lead cars. Dustin Strand now making this look real easy with 2 laps to go. He's got about a third of that track advantage, and he's just cruising. He's up and easily up in here. He's on the final lap, and as long as he doesn't make a mistake, this is gonna be a blowout in here. Second is Brad Sang. Third, still Paul Vare as he comes down to the wire. He's gonna get it done. He's pulling off the throttle. Dustin Strand takes the win. Brad Sang in second, pulling up third. We got Paul Vare. Hey guys, I'd like to thank you very much here from Assiniboine Hounds for making me call one of these races. This is wild, Pat.
Well, I hope you had a good time. It is a little wild. That one was a whole lot better than the last one. Dustin Strand, as you mentioned, out front, but no 6 yellows to contend with, so Dustin drives off with that one. Well, we're going to go to our old timers race right now, and we've got a little bit of a background on all these guys. Now, Johnny McRae, who you will see driving the 99 Bob FM car.
We got a change?
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Okay, we got her?